Well, hello everybody, and welcome to one second. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Art of the Name. I've had better entrances than that before. Good to see everybody. I will clip that later. Hey, Greg, I've got this show, especially for you, based on one of your requests. So it's good to see you here. Nick, I know that's you. Good to see you. Sound should be good. We should be good to go. Again, I'll let people join facebook.com/groups/the art of the name if you haven't been to see us before. Today promises to be a really good show. Last week we showed some cool stuff from how to create lead gen sites. Hopefully you guys had to watch it over again. What we're going to do this week is I'm going to give you, originally I was going to give you 20 types of verticals you could build lead gen sites in, but I decided to go with 50, so it's going to be really crazy, and the content part of this is going to be really good and really busy. So it's going to be interesting. Good to see all the regulars here. Bill Shore, good to see you, Bill. Oh, look, you get a little thing there. Melanie, good to see you. Tom, Greg's back from COVID, hopefully feeling much better than you were before. Mark Becker, good to see you. I know it's late for you. And Dwayne as well, good to see you. I'm sure there'll be a lot of others joining. We'll give it a few minutes time. I do have my root beer here, so everything's going to be good tonight. It's my hard root beer, as they say. And as long as my daughters don't get to them before I do, I get to actually have some. That's the problem with having 4 kids that are of drinking age. I don't always get to get everything. Hey, Robert, good to see you. It's going to be a really good show. So here's how it's going to go. Basically, what we're going to do is, like usual, give you a quick introduction. Then we're going to talk about some news, some stuff that's going on. Then I'm going to go to the expiring domains for tomorrow, show you what's expiring. We'll talk about our main topic, which today is verticals where you should be doing lead gen for your domains in. And then we'll talk about available domains that are available right now for you to register. And there's some good ones. I got to say, I was impressed with some of the domains that are available tonight. I think you're going to be impressed. Some of them I actually wanted to register ahead of time. I think I'm going to have to start going through those available names every day because some of the stuff was just so good. And I only do it basically for the show, but I really need to do it all the time because I think you guys and I would benefit from having all of them. So it's a really good list. Also, that I did have that cardio test. Apparently, the ECG was wrong, and everything's fine. It is not a full block, just a partial block, which is what I've had my whole life. So nothing to worry about there. Eileen, good to see you. Welcome aboard. You're visiting us from YouTube. Good to see everybody again. So we're going to go over the stuff first. We're going to look at the. Let's talk about the Epic announcement. Epic released another email this week. They're offering everybody 1 year of credit reporting in if you're in the U.S. Based on what happened to Epic, which was a hack that could have happened to anybody. And unfortunately, some people are taking the time to bash Rob Monster and Epic just because they like to do it all the time and they'll bash anybody. Listen, I feel bad for what happened to Epic. Hopefully, Epic recovers. Rob is a good guy with some very interesting viewpoints, but he's a good fella. So hopefully, Rob Monster and Epic get back on their feet and get everything going. I know they're doing everything they can to right the hack that was done to them. When I was reviewing the domains that are expiring tomorrow, I found some cool ones that there was something called Lading Pages, LADING pages.com. So I thought, that's interesting. What about landingpages.com? And then I thought about that and I figured I'd probably go after that one. It's not available. I have to buy it off the end user, but then I got landingpages.ca and I thought that was a good one. So sometimes when you're looking at the drop list, you can find ideas for other domain names, either the singular, if it's in the drop, you can go after the plural and so on. So pay attention to it. And then a lot of people are looking at marketplaces like they're the savior. A marketplace is like only doing 1 to 2 to 3% of the work, listing your domains on the marketplace. It's a lot like opening up a retail store and telling nobody you're there. You're hoping they just walk by or trip over you to find your domains, and that's just not going to happen. So you're going to have to list your domains for sale, yes, on the marketplaces, and yes, on GoDaddy and Afternic, because you want a huge amount of eyeballs, and yes, all the other marketplaces and whatever they're called, Squad Help or whatever they're all help, but it's only about 2 to 3% of all the work you have to do. So no matter where you get your domains from, you should be able to find your own domains now, but if you're still buying lists or things like that or domains from other people, hopefully you have a good use for it. But remember, just because you buy names doesn't mean they're actually going to sell. It means you still have to do the work to actually sell the names and find the buyers and market the domain names and all that stuff. Just putting it on a marketplace is just not going to do it for you. So if you think that's what it's going to be, you may want to quit get a day job and do domains part-time, because adding your names to a marketplace is not going to help sell them. Hey, Bill. I got an email today saying if I got the email by credit card info was taken. Well, I think all the credit card information was downloaded. Again, it could happen to anybody. It's not Epic's fault. They have good security in place now. So there you go. It happens. Hey, Scott. Good to see you here. We're going to talk about one of your favorite topics today, local lead generation and all the verticals we can attack. Okay, so I can see we have people from all over Facebook, from our private Facebook group, from LinkedIn, from YouTube, from Twitch, and from Twitter. So I'm going to get started. Let's start with the domains that are dropping tomorrow. I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and we will pull up the expired domain tool and see what we have that's dropping tomorrow. I have sorted the list and gone through it. So let's take a look at what we have available. Which one is it? Let's go to this one and hope it's the right one. It is the right one. So I'll take my face off the screen. You don't really need to see me. I'm going to move the tool over here so I can see it. So here are 62 domains that are dropping tomorrow. And I'll tell you what my opinion on them are. Some of them are good, some of them aren't good, but we'll go through them all. This is about 130,000 domain names, and I ended up picking 62. Crown molding installers, 575 people a month. That is a really good local lead gen site while we're on the topic for getting somebody to do installations around the house. First Tee golfing could be anything. It's just brandable. It could be, I don't really know what you, name of a restaurant, anything that you do on the first tee. Advert makers, short for advertisers. Lean trainers, if you want to be a trainer and you want people to be lean, that's what they want. Windshield chip fix, 3,200 people a month. Google that. Reverse car cameras, 5,420. You'll find the singular is here too on the list. Locked wallets, everything's going with crypto and crypto wallets. You want to keep an eye on locked wallets, 7,320. Fastest routers, everyone's always looking for a good router. 9,250 people search for it a month. This is an interesting one. I left it in here as a message. Dentist procedures, 11,400 are looking for it, but the correct term would be dental procedures. This one has traffic, so you can take a look at it, but I would obviously prefer dental procedures. Renting games, I mean, this is still a thing. So 15,000 people a month are looking for it. It's still a thing, so it could be a business on its own. A trader's site, this could be for anything. Could be trading domain names or trading anything you want. 17,000 look for an eyeline pencil a month. Obviously, you could set up all kinds of eyeline pencils. Job certifications, 20,000 a month, look for it. You could do anything from quizzes to tests to anything, like even LinkedIn's had quizzes for every possible function you can imagine, including Google AdWords and anything else that you want. Word, Excel, do a lot of stuff with that. Stomach surgeries, popular, probably just more for research, but has 20,000 searches. Arts installations. So I like this domain because there's lots of companies that will do art installations or arts installations for you. Basically, they come over to somebody like me who is not very handy around the house and would put up a picture crooked, and they come in and they put up like 20 or 30 pictures or whatever you need to do for yourself, and they actually make your house look almost like a museum. I know this because I've had it done, and that's what happens when you're only good at computers and electronics. So arts installations isn't a bad term. 20,000 people a month looking for it. Jewelry modeling, remember jewelry is spelled a couple ways. In Canada and the US, we spell it differently than in Canada and the UK, we spell it differently than the US, but 24,000 people are looking for it this way. Pitbull photography, it's just a brandable, unless you want to specialize in doing photography for pit bulls, it could be a brandable. Musical promotion, big business, great for concert promoters, band promoters, anything. 25,200 people look for musical promotion. This is a reminder, all these domains are dropping tomorrow, so get your back orders in by 2 o'clock if you're back ordering, or you can also just wait and hope nobody back orders them and you can drop them. We've been really good at making sure we get all of the good domains on our list, and most people aren't able to find them, so happy about that. Employment networking, that's pretty much what LinkedIn is. 26,000 people a month look for employment networking. Recruit Football, 28,000 a month. Probably not a great name, but has traffic. Cultural Coffee, interesting name because coffee is so big to order off the internet. 29,000 people. Couch Cleaned, 33,000 people need someone to come in and clean their couch. Just get a J-cloth or whatever you need, do it yourself. Customized Boot. Now, I was wondering about this one. 40,000 people a month. Customized boot could be any set of boots that you want customized. It could be for a company, for a brand, could be for anything. It's a pretty interesting thing. Motivation article or articles, 43,000 people a month looking for motivation article or articles. Creation Paintings, just a good brand for a company if you're doing a painting company because you're creating them. Water restoration companies, 51,000 people a month looking for that. And I know it's a trademark, but if you want to start a fan club for Bentley owners, 52,000 people look for that. Apps Soft, short, good keyword domain for apps software. Key Unlocked, I'm not sure what this would be. It could be for a safe, it could be for anything, but it requires a key unlocking. Home Gym Package, very popular, 80,200 people looking for that. Equipment and home gyms, 84,000. Dog spaying, which is, well, it's obviously a business on its own, but something that I don't know what you could do with it because you can't really do it with just, I guess you'd have to do a directory and put all the vets in there who spay all over the place, but it's like 100,000 people a month are looking for it. Nutrition assessments, good. Investor agreement, 105,000 people looking for it. Runner apps, 108,000. Here's the other one, the reverse car camera. You'll notice 3 or 4 times as many people look for one camera as opposed to 2 because they only need one for their car. This is a good example of paying attention to what domains you need and how many you need. The singular is always good for something that's a product or a service if you only need one of them. Employee contract template, people look for that, 135,000. Develop speech. Speech is spelt wrong. Most people don't know how to spell it, 139,000, but it's good traffic. Creation Painting, which is the same thing as Creation Paintings, but the singular, again, the singular is more popular. If I was running a business, I'd want that with the plural. Financial statement template, 164,000. Lots of templates tomorrow. If you're a bachelor and you live in England, English Bachelor would be a great website, and you'd be able to get all kinds of dates by people going there. 168,000 people look for an English Bachelor. Susan Chapman is one of those first name, last name domain names. 179,000 people. You want to grab that if you're into first name, last names. Science competitions, well, every school has them. This is interesting. Dietitian and nutritionist, 201,000. I wasn't sure about it, but it's still decent. Garbage pickup service, obviously great. People have all kinds of stuff that they want to leave out, or they get rent dumpsters and things like that, or you have something too big for the garbage. 234,000 people look for it. Smart ad serving. Smart ad serve is just a system where you could actually do behavioral targeting or something like that and pay out. Gift for fiance, interesting. 500,000 people look for it. Newest Android, you could review all the current Android phones. Sexual enhancement drugs, 572,000 people look for it. That's a lot of people looking for drugs, but it's very popular and it's obviously important. Programming the remote, you could do what I do and just put tape over all the buttons and just give your parents the one remote to turn it off and the volume up and down on the channel. 629,000 people look for easy programming of the remote. Mark, you'll like this one if you're on. Sound system installation, 740,000 people look for that. Leave car, this could be anything like a parking place or a place that you give your car and that you're going to Florida, you fly there, they drive it down. Could be anything. Equipment home gym, 876,000 a month. Polo golf shirts, I believe Polo golf shirt is coming up next. Both good names, just make sure Polo is the style and not the brand. Men's silver chain, 1.1 million people look for it. Resume template free, 1.8 million look for resume template free, which is pretty good because you could also offer a free template and a paid service there as well. There's the singular of the golf shirt, about 3 or 4 times the plural. Date Thai, obviously, if you want to date somebody from Thailand, it's a 250,000 people. Is it 250,000? No, 2.5 million people are looking for it. Gift for newborn, 8 million people looking for that. Gift for daughter, you can see a pattern here, 8.9 million, and design for a website. 15 million people, 15.8 million people are looking for a good design for a website. Gee, that happens to be the business we're in with selling domain names. So that may be one you want to take a look at that's dropping tomorrow. So I'll stop sharing that. We'll come back to a couple other topics, and then we'll go to a bunch of available domains that are available today to register. So let's see. Michael, what's the name of this software? Okay, so it's software that I developed. It's called the Expired Domain Search Tool. That happens to be the website. You can go to Expired Domain Search Tool and you can grab it. It sorts everything by, let's see, by one word, two word dictionary, by city, services, keywords, all that cool stuff, first name, last names, and it's a one-time price, and that's about it. Anyway, that covers that. So that's the list of all the domains that are dropping tomorrow. We've covered, some people asked about topics in the thread in the Facebook group. Selling domains on Facebook and Adwords, probably not going to work. It's worth a shot, but it's not going to work. Back in the early days, I used to grab all my good domains from eBay, but that's because that was the only place to buy them. But eBay, even today, it's just a lot of crappy domain names. You may find somebody, it may be worth listening there. Try anything you can to sell a domain name, but the best way to sell one is to find a company who's actually after the name that you're selling, who's a good match for it, who could run their business on it, and it's a better domain than they have, or there's no domain that they have. Okay, any questions before we go to our big topic today, which is lead gen industries, because I have a feeling it's going to take a while. Okay, I'll give you guys a few minutes. We'll cover the lead gen stuff, and then we're going to cover the available domains. There are 87 available domain names that are expired and ready for you guys to register today. Whoever's the quickest on the keyboard is going to get them, and some of them, I must say, are really, really good domain names. Okay, let's take a look at some of our lead gen stuff. That's going to be the next thing. So I'm going to go through this with you. I've got it split up into 4 or 5 sections. So there's a lot of really good lead gen stuff. Basically, these are verticals or industries where you could set up a lead gen site for your domain name, and then you could sell the leads to them, or you could work off a percentage based on how much they want to pay you for a lead, or you can make money based on whether they actually make money off of the lead and they actually buy something, and then you get a percentage of that. What I'd like to do is I call the companies up, no matter what type of company it is, and basically I start out by saying, would you be able to handle an extra 8 leads a month? And then from that, the conversation just flows well, because pretty much nobody's going to say no. Would I be able to handle 8 leads a month extra? Of course I would. So what are we talking about? And then you can go right into your conversation that you built a lead gen site for whatever business it is, and you have the ability to generate leads for them, and you want to work out whatever it is, 20% cut or whatever you want to do for all new business that you bring them. So let's look at the different types of ways I've split it up. So we've got domains, lead generation that handles property maintenance. We have residence exteriors. We have home interiors. We've got home repair services. And we've got a bunch of other indulgences plus other things that people would buy. So you're going to get, instead of the 20 that I promised you, you're going to get over 50. So we might as well just start with this right away. I'm going to start it a little bit slower because I want to give you some numbers on the industries, but then I'm just going to start going through them fast. So the first one is landscaping. So with landscaping, you want to go after cities and populations between 75,000 to 250,000. Landscaping is a great niche, and it's pretty much annual, no matter what it is, whether you're in the winter, whether it's snow removal, whether it's lawn care, whatever it is. It's a $98.7 billion industry. And it can be competitive. Lots of landscapers around, so you want to be able to give them and get them leads. So landscaping is the first one. The second one is decks and fences. The pandemic has wreaked havoc on a lot of industries, but a nice deck and a nice fence or something like that is always there. And decks and fences can be split up to deck design, deck installation repair, fence installation repair, and creating and building gazebos and things like that. So there's lots of niches just in that. There's 4 inside of that one. Then there's tree services, which is a $26 billion market. Just in the United States alone, it's grown 8% over the last 5 years. So any sort of tree services is good. I know here in Toronto, you need permits to do it. So that's that. Concrete contractors is number 4. There's lots of different things that you can do with concrete contractors. So you want to make sure that you look at looking at concrete contractors. 5th would be junk removal. Junk removal is a $52 billion market. We talked about it in the drop list. There is a ton of lead generation that can be done for junk removal. Same thing that's related to it, dumpsters for hire. Like no matter where you live, you want people to come in and they'll rent a dumpster, something like that. So that's another one. And companies pay a lot of money for that, and people do moves, they do garage purges, they do renos, remodels, they host events, whatever, or they just do a full house cleaning and they want a place to dump it all because they can't get their garbage bin. So that's another one that's really good. Window cleaning, you should get people knocking on your door all the time. These guys are dying for leads. Window cleaning, besides the phone calls we all get for gutter cleaning, it's a $46 billion industry. So you want to pay attention to that. Pressure washing is huge. You guys are going to have to watch this video again because I'm going through this pretty quick. But pressure washing is huge. It costs about $60 to $100 an hour to get somebody to pressure wash, and that's good money and good leads for you. They'll pressure wash your driveways, your patios, decks and fences again, exteriors, and any vehicles even if you want. So pressure washing, another one. Gutter cleaning. Again, it's usually at least $120 to $400 to get somebody to come out and do it. It's a lot of money and it's a big chore and you've got to climb, so people will be happy to do that. Roofing is a huge, obviously, industry. Costs about 15 to 30,000 minimum to change your roof. And if there's a big storm, then that's another good time to do it because it's all covered by insurance. That's estimated to be $120 million globally for roofing. So there's lots of things that you can do. Siding and stucco installation is also another good lead gen one. That's an $86 billion market. A lot of people are doing solar panel installations. That's $112, $115 billion industry. So solar panel installations, all these big jobs are the ones that you're going to make the most money on, your 20% or 10% or whatever you agree to. It's a lot better than doing a piano lesson for $30 and making $3. A lot of these things. And then one that I've always pushed is Locksmith. A locksmith gets a lot of calls. They need a lot of lead generation. It's one of the best ones. Locksmiths, for some reason, are one of the most educated industries that we deal with for taking leads from us. So that's another great one. And that's a huge $2 billion industry in the United States. The other one that's good is handymen. They don't know how to advertise, a lot of them. Some of them do. Some of them can do that gutter installation repair, and you may not have to hire another company. They do fixture repairs, yard maintenance, and painting and things like that. So handymen, you can always get a hold of as well and see who you can get for that. As far as home interior stuff works, you're looking at drywall is really good. Drywallers, people want to finish their basement. They want to do repair and installation. Kids were playing and somebody's hand went through the wall, anything. They do framing, acoustics, the taping, the finishing, and plastering. So that's a good one. Painters are very good for lead generation. $29 billion industry in the US for just painting. So the average job for painting goes from 1,000 and up. So you can probably get at least $100 plus for each lead you send for that. Carpet cleaning, carpet markets, it's pretty big. 53 million. They do carpet cleaning, carpet repairs, and carpet installations. That's another great industry. Epoxy flooring. It's another industry that you want to look at for lead generation. They do installations that are aesthetically pleasing and pretty low maintenance. They charge for that. Grout and tile repair. These guys are really making a lot of money. Everybody has a shower where they're worried about mold or something like that. And they want to get the tiles to look proper, the stone and the marble and everything else. What else? Woodwork. Woodwork is also a big industry. Carpeting, carpenters, framers, cabinetry, furniture, stuff like that. And any custom-made work is going to be a lot of money. A lot of people inside the house like to do bathroom remodels. I know we've remodeled 2 so far. So that's another big one, and those are like $5,000 to $15,000 or $20,000 for remodels. So that's also a huge one to go after. Kitchen renovations. Lots of people, though, when they move into a house, also You can follow up on the latest sales, because when people move into a house, they want to redo or remodel something they don't like the kitchen, or they want to finish the basement, or they want to change a room all around or repaint. So that's always good to follow that stuff. Um, and they want to change it. Maybe they like light cabinetry instead of dark cabinetry and things like that. General contractors also good. So these types of things are going to be used for good geo domains like the city and then the industry. So house cleaning is another one. So it could be like Boston Cleaners, Toronto Cleaning, Toronto Cleaner, whatever you want. Those are good for geo domains because you'll get good indexing and stuff like that. Commercial cleaning is also good for office buildings, dental offices, doctors' offices. Banks do commercial cleaning, insurance agencies, things like that. Any office space does commercial cleaning and things like that. So that covers that. Then you also want to get into water damage and restoration. I think I told you guys I sold Wisecracks to a company that actually fixed the cracks and foundations. I bought it because I thought it was a joke site or a good humor site, and I ended up selling it to a company called Wisecracks who fixes foundations. So water damage and restoration is good. It's also a huge thing. Mold remediation is also a huge industry. People will pay for inspection, identifying the source of the mold, disposal and cleaning of the mold, damage restoration, and obviously a prevention plan. So that pays a lot, usually about, again, $1,000 to $6,000 a job. So there's lots of money in that. The foundation repair that I've already talked about, I did sell one to a company, a domain. So that's good for lead generation, insulation, stuff like that. If there's a breeze coming in, they do everything from spray foam to blanket bats and rolls, foam boards, radiant barriers, things like that. Plumbers, obviously really good for lead generation. Plumbers are fairly pricey. They'll do installations, repair, maintenance, inspection, testing, and cleaning, and everything else they could do. Electricians, also a really good one. Electricians you'll come in, people want to add light switches, change things around, stuff doesn't work, they want new things put in. It could be anything. So electricians are good. And one of the best ones out there is pest control. Pest control is a huge industry for lead generation. I've had great success with pest control for lead generation. So you want to take a look at that. Depending on what area of the country or the city you're in, you'll know what pests are big in your area. There's always things like, I don't know, bird nest removals, raccoons in the roof. I mean, all kinds, bees nests, whatever you can find. Actually, bees have hives, not nests. Heating and cooling, HVAC market is another one for lead generation. Lots of stuff where you have an air conditioning technician, HVAC installation, maintenance and repairs. So you want to take a look at that. Appliance repair is also good. A lot of times the dishwasher breaks down, the laundry doesn't work, the washing machine, something goes wrong, you hear a noise, and people need that stuff repaired all the time. Refrigerators, dishwashers, and washing machines and dryers are the two biggest ones there. Also, sometimes garbage disposals. So, always good for lead generation. Home security, becoming a huge thing right now. So, you want to pay attention to home security leads. You can get all kinds of them and set up leads. Most of the companies will do that. Also, for you computer geeks, disaster recovery is really good. So people they lose their hard drive crashes or something like that. There's all kinds of things. Could be hard drive crashes, could be 24-hour emergency response, could be waste disposal, could be anything to do with that. Septic Services, also very popular depending on where you live. They do installations, repairs, restoration, inspections, and they do some cleaning and emptying out. And some other things that people always need lead generation on are moving companies. Moving is one of the most stressful things you'll ever do. If you've done it in the last 5 to 10 years, you remember it. You basically take all the crap you've never used before and you move it to another place where you're going to keep it and not use it again. So moving is very stressful. $80.8 billion industry. They'll even do the packing, the unpacking, the special item transports that always break, and they'll do the furniture assembly. God help me if I had to put together all those beds that we moved. So yeah, you want to do that. Window tinting is also big. That's a big industry. Windshield repair, we already talked about, really good because they'll fix all the scratches and edge cracks and chips and replacements and windshields. They can even give you a DIY kit, which you'll do it yourself, but there's a lot. Car detailing, people pay a lot for car detailing. So you want to get your car washed inside, outside, and everything else. Great business to generate leads. A lot of those people work out of their house and they just drive around to whoever needs the car done. And it's good money. I mean, you charge probably $300 per car. It's good money even if you get 30 to 60 bucks. What else do you want to know? Limos, smaller industry right now because of Uber. I would probably stay away from that one. But event coordinators are good, bridal consultants are good, things like that where they still charge a lot of money. With everything open up again, we're going to have more events, even though events and trade shows have been kind of shut down. But event coordinators can do everything from promotions to fundraisers to performances, sports events, and trade shows. So you want to pay attention to that. Photography and videographers, always good for lead gen. You can do your family portraits, still life, landscape, sports, events, take pictures of your pets, which I would do, whatever, anything that you want to do. Photography is great for lead generation. LED lights. Hopefully by now a lot of you have changed your lighting in your house and outside your house to LED bulbs. That is a big thing to do to hire somebody to come over and change all the bulbs. If you've tried to change 5, you'll see how hard it is to even open the things to get the bulbs changed outside because of the weathering. So they'll do your home lighting, they'll do the street lights outside, parking stuffs, and any signage or any kind of thing like that. Cell phone repair, where your glass, everybody has broken their screen on their phone. This is a smaller one, but still gets good numbers if you create lots of leads. Cell phone repair is good. Pool cleaning and maintenance. I know the person that cleans my pool, they charge cheap $250 to open and close it, but they make a lot of money and it only takes them a couple hours of their time. So that's a big industry to look at. They do the water testing, filter cleaning, the vacuum brush, and all the other stuff. Apparently Daisy wants to say hello. So that's another big one. Hot tub installation. If you're lucky enough to have a hot tub, I don't have one, but that's another big industry. And then another one that's huge right now is home theaters. Everyone's been building theaters in their house. They don't want to go to the movie theater anymore for whatever reason. They want to build a home theater. So they do everything from the custom design to the video, sound, the lighting, making sure the camera's in the right place. And these things are pretty big jobs and they cost a fair bit of money. So that's most of the really good lead gen stuff that I have. I've also left a list of these niches in the Art of the Name directory. So you can download it there as well. Lots of good stuff to go through. Let's see. Scott says good stuff. Tom says, how do you have these niches on a list? Can I share? Yeah, I have shared it. It's posted in the Art of the Domain. If you don't have the Google Drive folder, you can go look at it there and ask me for access. Ping me through Facebook, wherever you want, and I'll post it. The next thing is the beginner's course. That's in about 2.5 weeks. It's $49 US, and that's about it. And it will get you all of the stuff you need to get started in the domain industry and a bit more. Sorry, I had to take a drink after all that talking. What do I think about the domains that begin with best? I think it's okay, especially if you're going to do a review site. But for services, it's hard. You may be able to get indexed for something like best electrician or best Toronto electrician or something like that. But there's still a lot of good geos out there that you can get for different cities. So what are you going to learn in the beginner's course? We'll spend 2 minutes on this and we'll go to the fun stuff. You'll learn how to buy the right domain names, learn how to value domain appraisals, which I already feel are worthless, but I'll tell you that in the course. Learn about how to do proper keyword research, because that's really important when you're buying domain names to get long tail and short tail. Learn about geodomains, learn what to buy, learn what not to buy, learn how to find the buyers for your domain names, learn how to filter out bad names in your portfolio that you already have, learn how to negotiate properly, which is what a lot of people have a problem with, and learn how to price your names. Make sure you price all your domains at the right price and don't leave money on the table. Some side effects of not taking the course is you will have money left in the bank from not wasting it on domains. You'll have memory loss from previous bad habits. Hopefully you'll lose those bad habits. You'll actually sell names. This is a side effect. You will also not leave and lose money when you actually sell names. And your poor decision making at nighttime will hopefully go away. And you may have an erection that lasts 7 days because you've actually made a sale instead of just buying a bunch of crap. Anyway, that course is middle of October. It's $49, and it'll be pretty cool. All right. One of the other things that we want to do is go through what we love to go through, which is a list of all the domains that are available right now for you guys to register. So all I ask you to do is when you pick one of these domain names that you like and you register it, just tell me in the chat which one you like and which one you got, and let's see how everybody does. And this is one of the things I think I'm going to end up doing a lot because it seems to be very popular. So I'm going to bring the list over here. I'm going to put it up on the screen, and we're going to start to go through it the same way we went through the other one. And again, this will show you all the domains that are available right now for you to go and register So get your registrar up before I share the window in case you do want any of these, because it's basically going to be the fastest finger to it gets it. So here we go. This is your favorite part. All right, candling for ears, 610 people a month. These are available right now. Best electronic scooters. Somebody's just asking about best domains. 664. Randy Newberg, one of those first name, last names that's available and has a lot of traffic and profiles. Nutritionist consultants, 1,890 a month. Motivating photo, 2,900 a month. Hair straighter brush, it should be hair straightener brush, 4,960. Don't like that one. Admission lawyer, could be admissions lawyer. Vegan, I think, goes with anything for some reason, because even vegan marshmallows has like 40,000 searches. Vegan marshmallows, 6,700 there. Stock uptrends, great stock site where you talk about stocks that are on the rise, 7,000 a month. Cleaner hospitals, so-so. Rowing indoors, 8,000 a month. Chinese maples, a type of tree, 8,000 a month. Sexual vitamins, 12,100 a month available. Jaw correction surgery, 13,000 people a month looking for it. Nails fungus treatment. This has about 300 searching, but the singular has about 40,000 as well. Glowing golf balls, 16,200 a month. Upright walkers, 20,000 a month. That's a really good domain name. Facial massage rollers, 21,000 a month. Stand-up desk review. Obviously, this would be a great site for doing a review of all the different types of stand-up desks. Farmers claims, I think Farmers is an insurance company, but you do it as if you were a farmer or a bunch of farmers who were making claims. 26,000 a month. Calming stones, 27,000 a month. Foreclosed home sale, 28,000 a month. That's a good real estate name. Available right now. You could get money for that one for sure. Losing weight supplements, like losing weight pills last week, 30,000 a month, and definitely could be sold pretty quickly. Relationship psychologist, 30,000 a month. Safety electrician, really good name. There's like 40,000 searches for it, 31,000 a month. Nutritionist consultant, must be the singular, 33,000. Pregnancy multivitamins, 35,000 a month. Look for those. I know my wife had to take them. Family Orthodontic. This is a really good name to buy and sell quickly. 36,000 people a month look for it, and it's clearly obvious. Family Orthodontics, what it is. Uber.org, I was thinking about what this would be. I left it in, 38,000 people. It could be a really good way of getting a company to really, Uber meaning great, clean up and organize your business, your company, your house, whatever. Watch Lips, 44,600 a month. I forget what I was thinking with that one. Puka or Puka teas, hopefully not Puka. Very popular, 52,000 a month. It is a type of tea. I Googled it. Classic love poems for those of you lovers out there, 60,000 a month. Smart wall clock, 60,000 a month. Hearts necklaces, could be a business, 61,000 a month. Treatments for scars, this is a huge thing. Huge business, all kinds of creams and things out there, 63,000 a month. Animal lamps, if you just want to specialize in lamps with like pictures of giraffes or elephants, that's there. Save accounts, this could be one of those places that you log into and it saves your information for you securely. Crossover rings, 70,000 a month. Those are the rings that have one or two rings and they cross over, very popular. Butterfly anklets, 70,000 people a month. Pitch deck templates, could be anything to create all kinds of templates, 80,000 a month. Gold charms bracelets, bracelet, 80,000 a month. Marcus Garrett, 98,300 people, first name, last name. Transparent face shields, obviously really good right now, 105,000. The Inside Beauty, could be anything. Could be a personality dating site, could be anything, 126,000. Sofa protection, God help my grandparents who took the plastic off the sofa. Now we need sofa protection with 138,000. Cleaning disinfectant, 147,000. Half Price Bookshop, great name for a bookstore, either online or offline, 159,000. Phone sanitizing, it's a big thing right now. That's 161,000. Internet addressing, wasn't sure what to do with this one, but I left it here. Dairy-free butter, I had to Google this one. There is actually 165,000 people that look for dairy-free butter, so there you go. Spiritual necklace, 169,000. You can do anything with that. A medium roasted coffee, it's a product, 180,000 people a month look for it. Hair remover spray, for some reason, 221,000. I thought I had it first with this, and I realized it's probably for body hair. Home internet plan. There's not one cable company that you wouldn't be able to sell this name to or that would come to you eventually. 236,000 people a month look for a good home internet plan. Ethernet switch, a gigabyte Ethernet switch, 251,000. Painting residential, 270,000. These are all available names. Personalized keychain, 294,000. Could be anything. Could be pictures, could be anything. You're going to find later on we have letter keychains. Oh, there it is there. Letter keychains, 280,000 people want an A on their keychain for Adam or B or whatever their name is. So that's a business on its own. You could sell all kinds of different letter keychains. Personalized keychain fits into that. I can tell you, I think the letter keychain is also available without the S, so you can grab it early. Skills for selling, if you want to teach a course on selling, skills for selling, 324,000 people, really good. Skills Development Center, spelt the American way, 368,000. Recruitment for jobs, 420,000, 7,000, good one. Outdoor Bluetooth speakers, 435,000. Everyone's looking for them. I bought one of them, I forget. Oh, Bose one that I use outside. It's really good. Measure Oxygen, 442,000. I didn't know what a push-up bikini was, but 623,000 people look for push-up bikinis. Day trading platforms. Again, this 629,000 would be good for a review site if you're interested in something like that. There's the letter keychain. There's the letter keychains with 279 and double if you're just looking for one keychain, because most people look for one keychain instead of multiple. 683,000. If you're lucky enough to get both of them, you've got a business right there with lots of traffic, over 1 million people a month. Flowers arranged, arranging flowers, flower arrangement would be better, but still 714,000 people look for it. If you want to be known as the weight loss man, where everyone comes to you to lose weight, 723,000, and you create a brand called the Weight Loss Man. Book trilogies, 766,000 people. It's a pretty big thing, and there's lots of trilogies besides just one or two sets of books that are out there. Concealer makeup, 1.1 million people look for concealer makeup. A trimmer for women, 1.5 million people look for a trimmer for women. Manager strategy, 1.6 million. Hearts necklace, 178,000, probably the perfect gift for a couple. Mini tote bags, interesting, 1.8 million people look for that. Shawn Michaels, the wrestler who may have just passed away, may not, 3.6 million people look for Shawn Michaels, so that is obviously a really good first name, last name. Ring earrings, also called hoop earrings, because I looked them up, 3.8 million people look for hoop earrings or ring earrings. It's a great thing. Lad time, it could be the British, like lad as in the small child. I don't know, or maybe there's some other reason people look for it. 3.8 million people. Codeandprogramming.com, pretty good domain for 4.8 million people. New controller, originally I thought job, but then I thought you could sell a lot of PlayStation controllers and Nintendo controllers and Xbox controllers on newcontroller.com. 5.8 million people. Bluetooth wireless headphones, 7 million people look for it. Oil for healing, not heating, 7.4 million. Mail from home, 7.5 million. Necklace for love, 8.1 million. Straight pants, 8.4 million. Business for today, 9 million. Template design, 12 million. Template for design. And then the last one, pest control, and I left that on there because I was thinking about instead of pest control, which it's a typo for, it's pest control, which is kind of a way of doing a really cool name for a reputation repair site. If you want to try to control your past and what people can see on it, I thought it'd be a really cool name for a reputation repair, pest control. Anyway, those are the available names from today. Post what you like, post what you got, and tell me how much you enjoyed this segment of available names. Hopefully you got some really good ones out of that batch. And now you're stuck looking at me while you guys register them. Okay, so far we have a few people responding already. Dwayne picked up day trading platforms. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's financial, and you can, there's lots of ways you can make money off a $8, $9 domain name right now with something like that. So I think it's a good name. What else did people get? I'll give you a few minutes to let me know, and then we'll take a look at what else we're going to talk about. Anybody else pick anything else up, or are you guys all still typing? I'll give you a few minutes. Anybody have any other questions? Feel free to post them in the chat. While you're doing that, I will post the link to the beginner course, which will cover a lot of this and other stuff as well. So you guys should all have that. Anybody have any other questions? Bill Shore. Oh yeah, they're all coming up now. Good. Greg White, Painting Residential. Yeah, that's a good name. I like that one. Bill Shore, Bluetooth wireless headphones and transparent face shields. That's good. Those are good domain names. Bluetooth wireless headphones. I mean, that's what I'm using right now, actually. Bluetooth wireless headphones. It's good. Mark got foreclosed home sale. Yeah, I think it's a really strong real estate one because it could be for anything. Source of domains available tomorrow. Scott, so the domains that I just read are available right now. The domains that I did earlier were the drops for tomorrow. The source is just I pulled the list in from one of the sites and I sorted it through on the expired domain search tool and picked the 50 or 60 that I liked on the batch and then just sorted them. So that would be that. But for the available today, the last list we did, everything is available for register right now. That's how Mark got foreclosed home sale, and some of you guys got the other ones. Scott, the ones I just did today aren't drops. The ones I did, sorry, just now weren't drops. Those are already dropped, and you can pick them up for a reg fee. The ones that I did previously are for drops for tomorrow, and those are available in the expired in the Google Drive folder. I'll get the link to that now for you guys, so you can go in and get them. All those available names and all of the expiring names tomorrow are in this folder here. I will give you the link. Let me get the link and I'll just post it right here. So anybody that doesn't have access to it, it'll ask you to request permission, and then I'll grant you permission right away and you'll be able to get to those lists. I only do this through the show. If people haven't watched the show, nobody gets this link. There's a lot of other stuff in that link too, like emails, custom sample emails to send to customers, how to do landing pages. You'll find other stuff in that folder too. The folder only looks like it went through to YouTube and Twitch. So if anybody doesn't get it, you can PM me on Facebook, LinkedIn, or wherever, and I will get you the actual link. Anybody else have any lists of things that they got today? Any good domain names? We're approaching the end of September. I'm planning on a really good month for domains in October. Domain sales, for some reason, usually pick up October, November, December, so expect some higher sales in those months. Anybody have any questions or more names? Some of you must have got more names than those few. Probably if I look and see, a lot of them are already taken. Let me take a look while you're doing that and see if anybody's requested access to the file. Yep, Scott, you already requested it. Man, that was fast. So I'm giving you access now. Just waiting for it to load. You now have access to that folder, and you'll be able to see all the lists and things that are in there. Anybody else have any names that they picked up or questions? You guys are kind of quiet tonight, but busy typing. David Hastings, are you out there? Usually the fastest typer we have. Any questions? Also, I'll be scheduling another masterclass meeting towards the end of next week or the week after for the masterclass group. It's going to be a good one. We're going to go through those names that people have suggested from the last one and try to sell them. Greg says, any tips on 5-letter domain names? A lot of it is still going to be if there's company names that stand for those, like use the in link or the in URL link, search link in Google. Depending on what it is, I'd have to look at it, because if it's like, I don't know, ZX, ZXY, it's harder to sell than if it's something that ends in an I or a C or something. Anything that's 5-letter that ends in I or C or L are easier because it's incorporated, limited, or company or things like that. Any other questions? I'll have a drink while you guys think about it. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Note from Ian. Ian, can you message me on Facebook right after this, and we'll set up a time to get that all done for you? Anybody else have any questions before we go? You guys will probably have to watch this again, but I did put the list of all of the services and local services for lead gen into the Google Drive folder, so you can grab a copy of it out of there. And it's easy. It is called Top 50 Lead Gen Verticals, so that's the file that you want to grab, and that'll give it to you. Somebody else requested it. Ellen just requested access. Or sorry, not Ellen. 1 second. I'm just going to give you that. You have now access as well. And I apologize, Eileen. It's not Ellen. I apologize. Anybody else have any questions? No, looks like we're good. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed the Art of the Name show that we did today. I hope you got good domains that you're going to look for in the drops tomorrow, and I hope you got some really good available domains today. Have a great week, and I will see you next week or sometime in the Facebook group, The Art of the Name. Have a great one. Bye-bye.